In the heart of Africa's Great Rift Valley, a lava cave is home to a very special monkey troop. They're Anubis baboons. We'll explore their world through the eyes of a young male, Maku'u, as he learns who's who and what's going on, who you can trust and who is best avoided. And that goes for the neighbors too, especially the carnivorous ones. Is there conflict everywhere? Is there a lesson in everything? And what is the best way to keep safe in the dark, volcanic night? Watch carefully as we explore with Maku'u and his really wild family. Dawn in Kenya's Rift Valley, the cradle of humanity. Long before humans, Anubis baboons sheltered in caves here. Caves created by flowing lava from the volcanoes that formed the rift itself. As the day starts, they're poised on the rim of the cave. What will the day bring? There's always the possibility of dangers. Dangers that the juveniles still know nothing about. An experienced female, Jamala, is preoccupied. Here's why. She has given birth to a son, Maku'u. It means prince in Swahili. Now she must introduce Maku'u to the whole troop. Presenting your bottom in return shows respect to a high-status newcomer. This dry season is not the best time to bring young into the world, but the turns in the seasons are not guaranteed here. So the monkeys must take whatever the drought leaves them. While Maku'u is secure in Jamala's milk. His family is the first and only thing that interests him beyond Jamala's embrace. Maku'u's father, Mfalme, the king, the troop's dominant male, looks on protectively. Other males could be dangerous for the boy, too boisterous or too jealous. But his wrestling cousins under the big tree are just future playmates for Maku'u. And this solicitous female is a friend. King Mfalme's own father, Babu, Maku'u's grandfather, doesn't have a task here. He's a gentleman of leisure. He'll avoid confrontations, but Babu's earned respect over the years. No one will trouble him. Age brings status in this troop. There are plenty of potential playmates waiting for Maku'u. But right now, attention from the adults is a little intense. This female in estrus would rather steal the baby without the trouble of getting pregnant. Mfalme watches out, but the females will sort it out among themselves. And over-keen baby minders are sent on their way. An early lesson in community life. The lava cave, their home, isn't just a place to sleep. Even in a drought, there's usually something to eat here. That's because the rocky entrance walls funnel water and nutrients. The bushes and trees growing on the edges bear fruit when everything else is dried up. Fig trees are favorites here, many different kinds. Mfalme, the king of the clan, doesn't even climb. He just pulls up the plums. But no monkey is truly a loner. Grooming forms alliances between all of them. Maku'u will soon learn the value of grooming, but right now he's just holding on. Play has finished for this morning. The featherweight champ enjoys his trophy. And for Mum Jamala, baby visiting is over. Africa's Rift Valley stretches 6,000 kilometers from Syria to Mozambique. The Serengeti and the Masai Mara are the most famous parts. Beside the ridges of the old volcanoes, there's plenty of open space for the roaming ungulates. Beyond the open savanna, the collapsed lava tunnels and caves offer food, shelter and protection to many animal communities, including our baboon troop. Maku'u is now becoming more aware of the outside world. Jamala is an experienced mother. She knows how to build the relationships between her son and other females. All the while checking his coat for parasites. Not leaving a single square centimeter of fur unscrutinized, from head to ankles. In this habitat, there's always an audience. The Anubis share their territory with a special antelope, klipspringers. Every now and then, baboons eat meat, so the gazelles are always on their guard when baboons are close by. Klipspringers walk on tiptoe. They're the only antelopes that do this, perfect for running across rocks. They fascinate Maku'u. Klipspringers rely on speed to get out quickly if disturbed. It's almost too much excitement. Nice to be in a security sandwich. The strictly monogamous klipspringers are found across Africa from the Cape to Ethiopia. Normally, only the males have horns, but in the north and east of their range, the females do too. Nobody knows why. Active at night, they mostly doze the day away in the shade. But in the dry season, they need more time to find their favorite food of fresh leaves. The baboons may drop some while they're foraging in the trees. When the rock pigeons coo their late morning mating call, everything briefly goes quiet. And the quiet time is time for grooming. Females and females, males and males, males and females all come together to strengthen bonds. That's the point of grooming. Sharing affection is more important than finding a flea. And if no one else is there to help, you have to look after yourself. That's not Makoo's problem. Everyone loves a baby, especially a high-status one. Spoiling King Mfalme will bring special privileges. Friendship with the baboon king affords protection and access to food. And further down the line, it can mean high-status offspring. After the grooming session, the troop break off to look for food. They'll be out till this evening. Dark clouds awaken hopes the drought is ending. It's been 4 months now since the last drop of rain. But tonight the thunderstorm is far away. It soon passes, leaving nothing behind. But this is not a morning like any other. There's expectancy in the air. Babu, the grandfather, has seen this often enough. It's another newborn, this time a little girl. The first well-wisher is already on his way. But he must be careful. Not too boisterous. A clumsy approach is brushed off. And the next slot is already filled. This mother is extremely protective. Her baby isn't a toy. The third supplicant gets it right. Keep your distance, show some humility. Perfect. A big moment for Makoo, too. A casual approach. He's seen what happens if you're too keen. This baby is still a little small to play with, but it won't be long. And the rock is a great vantage point to watch the action. Adult males can be dangerous for newborns, but Mfalme is keeping an eye out here too. As the volcanic rocks heat up in the sun and the long wait for water continues, the food that the baboons find supports another arc in the circle of life. Dung beetles. They must knead a ball of warm baboon dung as quickly as possible. Once it's dried, they've lost their chance. Then the dung beetle props it up and rolls a globe many times her weight. It might be food or a future nest for her eggs. But the beetle can't see where she's going. So it's a good thing that the ball also doubles as an airbag. The beetles have competition for the baboon's droppings. Red-headed rock agamas. They come here en masse to eat the flies eating the poo that the baboons leave behind. Another natural cycle. This impressive male has two things on his mind: food and females. His mating cycle shows his priority. But the female is distinctly unimpressed. So the male had better try somewhere else. This female has other things on her mind. Maku'u and his little cousin at last out and about. And they discover the action in their own private Jurassic Park. The females show impressive tongue-eye coordination. The male misses out here too. Maku'u's cousin takes another fortifying slug of milk. And then joins Maku'u playing with the boys at the big tree. He's after that feather. While he fights, she grabs it and runs. But they're soon playing harmoniously again. In the great volcanic adventure playground with its endless climbing frames. And when Maku'u gets bored and explores further afield, there's always an aunt to pick up his little cousin. That's enough for today. For Maku'u, more excitement. Something he's never seen before. A rock hyrax. Hyraxes may look like marmots, but in fact, they're in a category of their own, related only to manatees and elephants. In any case, they're interesting neighbors, though Maku'u's aunt doesn't let him get too close. Rock hyraxes share their habitat with the baboons. Theoretically, they could be the baboons' prey. But right now, they have nothing to fear from Muku'u and his relatives. Though rock hyraxes look harmless, they can more than stand their ground. Perhaps they don't know that they're so small. At 2 weeks old, hyraxes can already eat solid food, but they'll be suckled for at least the first month of their lives. Muku'u himself is getting more independent. And he's trying grown-up food. But he's still no bigger than a rock hyrax. They're briefly on equal terms. Jamala looks on. She knows one's an adult and one's a baby. So she picks him up and moves him off. But a bigger drama is about to begin and the peace disturbed. A powerful male is challenging Mfalme the king. Troop members look on nervously. Until yet another guardian aunt drags Muku'u out of harm's way. It's a general reflex whenever danger threatens. And this is more danger. The dusk has drawn a hyena. On her own, she won't attack. But she's seen the baboon young. And they could be suitable prey. Now the whole hyena clan has gathered round their den in the twilight. They're saving their energy for the coming night raid. These youngsters are weaned and hungry for meat. And now it's all up to the matriarch, their clan leader. She teaches the young how to behave. The first rule is family solidarity. The second is learning the hierarchy. And that starts with understanding one thing, that every female is superior to every male. The hyena's eerie calls accompany the baboon's preparations for the night. Mfalme the king is one of the first to descend into the volcanic cave. Perpendicular walls are no challenge to these born free climbers. Jamala and Muku'u follow the head of the family down into the lava rock. The rest of the troop don't delay. The hyenas are not far away. Thermal cameras reveal the scene in absolute darkness. They argue over the best sleeping places. Disputes are quickly resolved. And everyone relaxes. This is the night the weather turns. After so many months of drought, the cave is the epicenter of the storm. Who can say what the baboons feel? Do they remember the last rain? Do they feel relief, even joy? One thing is for sure, rain is very wet. And the lesson is, take cover. Natural cisterns are slowly filling again. That will continue for weeks. The definition of a decent sleeping place has changed. You need a roof. But the truth is, rain is good for all the animals. It brings tender, fresh shoots and trees heavy with fruit. It's the first time Makuu has seen rain. There's new energy in the air. Though Grandfather Babu is unimpressed, elsewhere, passions are high. Forgotten squabbles are renewed too, everyone jockeying for position. One thing all agree on, water is valuable. Even the young treat this resource with respect. They can climb just as well in the wet. Jamala confidently grasps the tiniest cracks, carrying Makuu on her stomach. King Mfalme has his eye on a receptive female. While others seek a steep route out of the cave, Mfalme propagates his genes and adds to the family. The rock hyrax is right to get out of his way. But no one can say how long Mfalme will still dominate his troop. Meanwhile, Mkuu is becoming distinctly more independent. If there's no one to play with at the big tree, he'll make his own fun. His home, the bushland, has been totally transformed in just a few days. Wherever you look, green. At the cave, these are times of ease. While a guard looks on, a baboon moves out into the landscape. Older statesman Babu leads the way. He's been around long enough to know the best feeding grounds. This time Mkuu is with them. It's his first big outing. The other juveniles are coming along for the ride. They're bigger than Mkuu, but they'll still accept a lift from their mothers. The whole troop underway is an impressive sight. Safe in their numbers, but they must still watch out. A single hyena has been tailing them. It'll stay under cover, though. Especially today. The baboons know their neighbors and stay cool. Elephant families are constantly crossing their territory. They're just passing through. Looking for water and trees and saplings to eat. There's a calf, still being suckled. While Mkuu's own milky lunch is rudely interrupted. The baby elephant has drunk his fill and tries to goad an older calf into playing. But today, persistence is not rewarded. Mkuu's never seen anything like this. Maybe he realizes they're young too. The baby elephant won't give up. And his father is watching carefully. It all makes a deep impression on Mkuu. Jamala knows there's nothing to fear from these giants. And she moves away relaxed with her son. As do the elephant family. Mkuu's still a little wary, but seeing the rest of the troop enjoying their meal, he relaxes too. And there's always something fun to play with. Just as long as his mother is close enough. as his little cousin looks on. At dusk, the exciting excursion is over. Everyone returns to the cave. The last calls from the big tree. Will this be a peaceful night? Jamala and Maku'u have a first-class perch befitting their status. Not far away, the hyena clan gets ready for the night's hunting. With hungry young to feed, every family member must take part. The clan gathers. But they won't set off until the matriarch is ready. The last baboons are still making their way to the cave. The best sleeping places have long been claimed. Up top, Maku'u's little cousin and her mother seem to be wasting precious time, with the first hyenas already gathering round the rim. There's no other way but down. No one knows how the monkeys navigate in the complete darkness. Finally, Maku'u's cousin makes the descent. These hyenas are just the advance party. More are on their way. But there's no easy way for them to get down. Hyenas can't climb. But that doesn't calm the baboons. The hyenas lay siege, but they can't break in. With a tense night behind them, Maku'u's family get ready for the next foray into the Rift Valley. He just wants one little play first. Then Mfalme gives the signal to start. They have to make the most of the short season of abundance. But the morning light brings signs of trouble in paradise. One of the males is limping. This is a recent wound. Maybe he waited too long on the rim where the hyenas could reach him. But baboons wouldn't be as successful as they are if they couldn't cope with that. The injured male will be looked after as a valued veteran and will probably survive. That's an important lesson for Makul. The family will look after its own, come what may. And suddenly there's no shortage of stimulus. Like two male Grant's gazelles fighting. It causes unease among the baboons. It's mating time for the antelopes. The bucks fight over the does. Those impressive horns could cause serious injury. But usually this is just a trial of strength. Jamala takes Makul away from possible danger, and the others follow her example. A winner has been declared. Evening is coming. The baboon troop has returned. Babu stayed behind from today's excursion. At his age, you need a lot of sleep. Yet everyone shows this grandfather respect. But one of the males, with the tiny scar on his cheek, looks nervous, almost scared. And here's the reason. The powerful male who challenged Mfalme is back. He walks straight past Babu and strides purposefully towards the scared male. He, in turn, runs away. That injured front paw suggests this wouldn't be his first fight. The troublemaker is looking for a victim. But where did the limping male with the tiny scar go? He's hiding. And the troublemaker has spotted him. Change of plan. Lean back up against the tree and show you're defenseless. Turn your back and refuse to take the challenge. For a moment, the troublemaker hesitates, giving his target time to take a little human shield. The aggressor considers his options, and the victim with the scar discovers there are other ways of being humiliated. Babu looks on, concerned. Is that muscle man going to challenge his son Mfalme again? The troublemaker walks among the young. Since Mfalme is not here right now, another male protects the smallest monkey, thus gaining his own baby shield. The troublemaker continues to the flat rock. Things have quietened down a little, and his victim dares to come closer. And now old Babu is distracted. He's noticed the rump of a receptive female. And he follows her across the rim of the cave. Suddenly, age has no meaning. As Grandad goes a-courting. He's forgotten nothing. The female scampers away. Babu is re-energized. Meantime, the interloper hasn't finished. He demands the attention of his victim. who then gives up his place again. A scared juvenile seeks out old Babu's protection. But where is Mfalme? And now the troublemaker is annoying the females too. In all the chaos, Mfalme finally returns. He doesn't yet know what's going on, and he seeks reassurance from Jamala. Grooming usually serves to bring peace. Gradually, everything calms down. But the day isn't over yet. There's a showdown as the troublemaker attacks Mfalme. The king has finally had enough. The challenger has a severely split lip. Makuu and the other juveniles are still agitated by yesterday's fight. And they don't want anything to do with the troublemaker. He keeps yawning because of the pain in his lips. But to the others, this looks like aggression. Some of the young ones are getting cheeky. He could lash out. Others seek protection from adult males. Even from the troublemaker's victim. The aggressor is standing on flat rock, lording it over the others. Babu can tell that the fight between Mfalme and his rival is not yet resolved. The troublemaker with a split lip tries to make a connection with the others, but that yawn is more likely to get him into trouble. And so he's rejected by the male holding the baby. And that annoys him. He has to take it out on someone. It's the male who rejected him. That brings Mfalme back. Time for the reckoning. The whole troop knows what's at stake. King Mfalme expels the troublemaker once and for all, as Babu knew he would. He'll think twice before showing his face here again. The tension is released. Time to play in the big tree again. Almost everyone joins in. But not Babu. The time for play is past. And Mfalme too would rather rest on his favorite branch. For Makuu, back with his mother, the last couple of weeks have been a blast. He's certainly learned a lot. He's learned how his family ticks, and he's found his place in the baboon troop. Jamala has given him the best possible start in life. Snug and safe, the little prince dreams of coming adventures. And maybe of the day when he'll lead his really wild family on his own.